Two more pairs of these running shoes I picked up a couple of weeks ago. I bought 6 pair for $20. These are Asics. The guy wanted both pair, and so I sold them to him for $65. This UPS box meant for big pictures, I was able to cut down and use for this Costco vintage 2-tier serving cart. I find these quite often, well, 2-3 times a year anyway, usually in the basement of an estate sale. And they fold up nicely. I've got a 3-tier one that I use myself as a bar cart. And this only cost $2 at an estate sale. And as you can see, I believe in presentation. And this sold for $60. Another item too large to videotape before packing them away. This is a pair of Aztec Gaugen 3 loudspeakers made from the 70s. Now I acquired these a couple years ago when I bought an estate of stereo equipment for $1,500. And I'm well over $10,000 in the black on the equipment that I bought and have sold so far. And these have been in my way for the better part of 2 years. I finally unboxed them, set them up, listened to them for a few hours, determined that they were just fine. They were in the original boxes. There's not a mark on them. They appear to have never been used, but since I used them for a few hours, I put that in the listing. They're massive speakers, and they're actually a matched set. Now the reviews online are all over the place on these speakers, and so I wasn't sure how to price them. That was part of the reason I delayed listing them, was I was just unsure if I shouldn't try and get $1,000 for them or be more reasonable and sell them quicker. So I did end up listing them for $599.99, and they sold within 24 hours for the $600. I'm fine with that. Perhaps they went too cheap, but I guess we'll never know. I could have put them up for auction, but as you know, trying to hit that 1 or 2 buyers or more to bid on it within 7 days is a risk. It's another hat. This one's a Second Amendment task force hat. Take that as you will. And I picked this up over the springtime at a garage sale, probably 50 cents, and it sold for $20. This is a hub adapter for a reel-to-reel tape deck player. It was found in that junk drawer I bought a couple of weeks ago for $37. This is actually what I saw first in that junk drawer. There were 2 of these. These are Revox brand, which is a very high-end reel-to-reel deck, although they'll work on most any brand. And it's still new in the package, and I've sold pairs of these for $100 or more. And so since these were brand new, kind of rare to find new ones, I priced them at $100 a piece. It's been a slow week, so I took a best offer this week of $75 on just this one only, so I still have another one for sale. This sale is the product of an experiment I did. You can buy these hats blank and send in custom screen printing of whatever you like. And so I sent in a picture of this Blaupunk label, and then it cost about $7 total to get that done. And I priced the hat at $30. It took quite a while to sell, but it finally did sell. There weren't any others like it, that's for sure. So it's just a ball cap with a Blaupunk emblem on it. $7 in, sold for $30. Don't think I'll try that again. This is a couple of Wherever stainless steel aluminum clad pans. I found these at a garage sale last week, and I got the lady to sell them to me for $5 for the pair. Just has one lid, but it fits on both. And unfortunately, this handle is not removable, so this is going to be a bigger box. But I got them sold for $60, and it only took a week. This is one of those Trav L bars. This one happens to be the Executor 707 model. And I see these quite often, but normally they want like $10 or more for them. But I thought this one was a little bit special. I did get it for $8. And not only does it have all the contents, the little glasses, tray, and most importantly this simulated antler handle opener, it still had the hang tag as well as the keys. So you want to keep that liquor safe. Usually they never come with any bottles, but these little hard shell Trav L bars sell for pretty good money. This one went for $80 because it's got the hang tags and keys, I'm sure. Plus it's an Executor. Normally you might get $40 to $50 for these if they're in pretty good shape. But $80. This is a real long tail item. It's a black denim trucker jacket. It's got the Miller Genuine Draft and Gira, which apparently is a musical festival or a group, I can't remember. But I noticed that the colors were the same as the Mexican flag. And on the back, it's just a large version of that. And then you can make out the trumpet outline there. And I thought this would go rather quickly, but I've had it for over 2 years. Finally did sell it though for $30. I probably paid $3 or $4 at the thrift stores where I bought this one at. I love old fans. I pick them up all the time. This one's really cool. I just picked this up. It's got the brass blades. And I use them. So I'm kind of sorry to see this one go. This is a Emerson electric oscillating fan. Sort of a large one. Problem with these is you have to dismantle them quite a bit to ship. If you go on the antique fan restoration, they give tips on how to pack them, and well, you might as well do a restoration while you've got it apart like that. But this was just at an auction for a couple dollars, and it sold for $80. This is a pair of crazy big speakers. These are Electro Voice, and they're very rare Interface D. If you look those up, you won't find them on eBay very often. There weren't any for sale, just some parts. But I picked these up from a guy who, basically a flea market kind of guy. He picks up stuff. I don't know what he paid for these, but I got them from him for $150 cash. Plus I had to give him something in trade, and I ended up giving him a Bose sound dock that I'd picked up for $10. I was using it, but I knew these had some big value. There's somebody in Portugal trying to sell a pair for over $5,000. Well, these require a lot of work. They need restoration. I cleaned them up best I could, because I know presentation is a big deal even with items that need repair or restore. And what I found out is that the woofers, which are actually down facing, they're right here, they need to be refoamed, or the surrounds that hold the speaker cones in place need to be replaced. Better shot there. And then there's some cuts in the mid-range speaker on one of them, and these tweeter horns, only one of them works. Well, I priced them at $1,200, and yesterday a guy asked, I put them up with local pickup, but explained that I would help out with their shipping company or take them to FedEx for them and have them boxed up. And I had a guy contact me from Jacksonville, Florida, and we came upon an agreement. If I would take them to FedEx and have them packed up, he would pay me $1,400. So I've got a couple of $100 worth of packing and shipping involved in there, but still a pretty good deal. This is a 7-inch reel of recording tape. It's still new, sealed in the box, probably from the 70s. Not a real popular brand amongst users of these tapes, so I only priced it at $10, and it took a number of months to sell, but finally did. This is another item from the junk drawer. It's a vintage microphone made by AKG. It's actually made in Austria. Really 70s look to it. Tested it out and it works just fine. Came with the case. Priced it at $60, and it took about a week or two to sell. Another pair of running shoes from that lot of 6 that I bought for $20. These are Mizuno's. And these sold for, like all the rest, for $40. Do you want the Frisbee? Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Norman, drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it. Come on. Want to get the Frisbee? Want to get it? Want to get the Frisbee? Want to get the Frisbee? Come on, boy.